I was walking through the Portland Farmers Market about 2 Saturdays ago, and one of my favorite seafood vendors is Linda Brand Crab. They're out of El Waco up in Washington, and they come down every Saturday with halibut and cod and clams and oysters, and they're all just pristine and beautiful. But one of the vendors said, "Hey, Corey, will you try these mussels?" And I said, "I'd love to." So they gave me a bag of mussels, and I was taken back to my years at Wildwood Restaurant, which was really the best-selling dish we ever had. And it was mussels that were cooked in a little saffron, garlic, and tomato with some grilled bread. And it's there, and tomatoes are coming in season right now. And the other thing that's really exciting right now is that the garlic, there's this beautiful fresh garlic. So this is not your usual dried garlic. This is still got brand new skin on it. It's really moist. So this is actually the top part of the garlic that comes out. And these are available in the market, and they have the same kind of pungent garlic flavor, although a little more mild. So I've cut both those up. I've got a little bit of the fresh garlic in here. And this dish is very simple because I've taken the saffron, which is an expensive ingredient. So if you want to omit the saffron, perfect. Just leave it alone and rely on the tomato. So it's the garlic, it's a little bit of the shallot that goes in there. There's already a little bit of vinegar in here, so that's our acid point for this. Then we do a little bit of olive oil. So the dish is very easy once things are cut and sliced. And this does not need to be exact. You can tell the shallots are just kind of roughly cut. And then you can do a little fresh cherry tomatoes. These are already in the markets. And then if you want to do a little fresh tomato, or just, this is actually canned plum tomato, perfectly fine. Just gives that sauce a little more texture to it. And then with the mussels, one thing you want to make sure, it depends how you buy them, is that you want to be able to take the beard out. So check and see, because once you want the beard in there when you buy it, because it really helps to keep the mussel alive and keep it healthy. But once you're ready to cook it, or maybe an hour before, go ahead and just pull that out. So here they are, they've been rinsed, they pull the beard out of them, and now they're just going to go in there with the tomatoes and the garlic and the saffron and the vinegar, just like that. Really pretty. And then there's really nothing else to do right now but cook it. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take it over the stove. We're going to cover it, turn it up to high heat. So let's get to the stove with these and give them a little 3 or 4 minute cook time. And in order to condense the heat, put a top on it. Half a minute. So again, the mussels take about 3 minutes, and what we're looking for is for the shells to just open a little bit. And if you have one that doesn't open, you can certainly just grab it and use your hands to kind of force it open. And unless it has a little bit of an odd smell to it, it's perfectly fine. People get nervous if they're not open, but you can force that because you just don't want to overcook them. So like this one here is a good example. It's nice and plump. And then you can fold a little bit of fresh herb. I have some chervil in here and some parsley. And so a couple ways to serve this is just like this in the skillet. Lots of grilled bread on the side. Everybody grabs a piece of bread, dips it in that lovely sauce. I think I need to try it just to make sure that the acid and tomato balance is good. And if you want to, and you love a little bit of acidity, a little bit of lemon juice is fine. Maybe a little bit of fresh cracked pepper over the top. And then what used to be funny in the restaurant is people would have lots of the sauce left over, and they say, "What do I do with it? What do I do with it?" So we'd always suggest that they go home and cook some pasta. This is spaghetti, linguine, whatever you want to use. Cook the pasta and put the sauce over it, and there you go. It's a great summer mussel dish. They're in the market now. They're at Providor, they're at New Seasons. They're from Washington. They're great, they're tasty. It's a classic dish. So take it home, cookingfromthesource.com, and see what you find.
Don't waste any of that sauce. You can get all of these delicious recipes and more. Corey's website is cookingfromthesource.com.